Good morning. It was chilly this morning when I got up. It was 50. I got up just a little bit after 5. I don't know what it is now, but I can see the sun, at least the colors of the sun coming up through the trees. I don't know when sun rises. I think it's like right about now. I think. So I've had technical glitches all week long, different computery, electronic-y things. And it's not just me. Different places that I've taught have had issues too. I don't know. They're just tech gremlins out there. So today, my microphone, there's 2 pieces to it, and you have to keep both charged, and they were charged, and the batteries are dead this morning, and you can't charge those quickly. I don't know why. Each unit takes quite a bit of time. So I didn't realize that until about 15 minutes ago. So I've been troubleshooting. I think I'm learning. And I've got my Yeti microphone, which isn't as good as my Roku, but it's going to have to do today. It's better than just the microphone in the laptop. I'm going to take it with me over there so it's a little bit closer. I won't be holding it though. It'll be a little bit away from me. But this microphone's really meant to be close to, and I can't be close to it for the practice, but I used it for quite a while and it was sufficient. So then in replugging in all of this stuff, I have this thing called a splitter. Well, some things work through here, some things don't. So I've had to sacrifice my Logitech camera this way. So this is now my laptop, but I've still got my side camera over there, which is a good quality. You probably didn't need to know all that, but I'm a little proud of myself for troubleshooting, right? I'm learning. I guess I'm still trainable. You can teach an old dog new tricks. So today we're going to play just a bit with some binding in some of our poses. So binding is a way to kind of cinch into the pose. You can bind with legs, you can bind with arms and hands. Just the simple Ganesh mudra, that's a bind. A lot of our mudras are binds. We're bringing together extremities, I guess. It serves the purpose of allowing you to be more secure in the pose. We'll be twisting a little bit today, and allows for 2 Sanskrit terms that are very important in yoga, sukha and sthira. And this is important in life too, these concepts. So sukha is ease. So when we sit in sukhasana, that's easy seated pose. Ease, easy. But sthira means effort. So we need a balance of effort and ease. And in these binds, oftentimes, once we get in there, we can kind of relax into it a bit, a little easeful, and then fine tune and be really interested about what the body's doing. Instead of trying to hold on to this twist, we kind of snuggle up into it. It might be challenging, but it gives us a chance to kind of relax into it, and then a little give and take. So I've talked long enough. Meet me back on the mat. I'll take my microphone. I'm going to set it right here. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's going to be right there. And let's start in Sukhasana. So Sukha. And even though it's called easy seated pose, for me this is an easy seated pose, but for many people it's not. So if you're finding you're doing this in this pose, you have some options. You can bring your butt up onto something and let your pelvis tilt forward, so you have a little more room in the low back. You can also bring blocks under your knees. And if you bring blocks under the knees, you have to fuss a little with them. Usually they're kind of on an angle. If you just sit them like this, it's not as nice. But if you can bring a flat surface to the outside of the knees, that helps. So settle in, feel your sit bones. A little movement to just settle yourself for our practice this morning. I've got a yoga strap here. That will be helpful. A belt from a robe, a belt from your hands. If you don't have that, we'll work without it. Find your breath. And all of that, scurrying around, trying to troubleshoot at the last minute. My energy is very chronic right now, very up there, and I want to bring it down. So I'm going to include you in my efforts to do that. As I inhale, I'm going to picture drawing energy from the sky through the crown of my head, saying I am. And as I exhale, I'm going to sense the sit bones. Stay here. Inhale, I am. Exhale. Take 5 more breaths this way. All we have to do right now is breathe. We're doing yoga. Just kidding. Life is yoga. I am here. Last one. That feels better. Chronic energy, that upward, lifting, reaching, skyward kind of energy, up on the distant ground. Earthy, centering. I was just saying to yourself, I'm here. Sensing the part of you that's on the earth will help to bring that energy down. I know I feel a difference now. So let's do a little warm up with the physical body, hands to heart. Let's do circle of joy. Inhale, palms face the earth. Exhale, push the hands towards me, towards the computer, away from you. And inhale, swing the arms up. And exhale, the arms back home in front of the heart. So keep going with this movement, tying the movement to breath, and then feeling all the places that you're moving. Shoulders, hands and wrists, elbows, fingers. And then shift your awareness to your sit bones. And feel the rocking to the back as we round the spine. And then coming to neutral as we reach up, and maybe if we have that back bend, we tip forward onto the sit bones and bring the hands back up to heart. Notice the hips. And notice the movement of the spine here. Rounding the back like a cat back, flexing the spine, and then coming through neutral into a back bend, spinal extension. Let's do one more. Feel it all at once. Take it all in. And hands come to heart. Switch the cross of your legs if you're in this shape. We're going to do some side bending. I'll combine that with some movement. So take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand over here to the side. I'm going to inhale up and over into my side bend. Exhale down. Now flip your left palm, reach out here so you can keep your sit bone anchored, sit bones, as you reach as big as you can in that great big shoulder circle. Maybe there's those wind chimes all around you and you're trying to touch the wind chimes with your fingers. That big circle. Maybe you can hear that sound, huh? Tickle all those wind chimes. Let's do 2 more on this side. One more. One more side bend. Reach. And back down. Let's go to the second side. If you feel like you want to switch the cross of the legs, you can. I'm going to take the right hand to the outside left knee. So I'm twisting a little bit here. I'm going to take left hand to the mat. Reach up and over. And we're going to tickle those wind chimes again. I'll do a total of 5. That was 1. 2. I have a lot of woodchucks hanging out on the deck. I like the sound. 3. Although one time we bought some woodchucks, we still have one, a couple sets downstairs. Holy cow, do they make a lot of noise. Now it would be nice if we lived on several acres and stick out the woods and you could hear from a distance. Let's do one more. Last. My goodness, in the neighborhood, everybody in the neighborhood could hear Christian. That just didn't work in this. Bring your hands back on top. Let's roll your shoulders so you put your hands in on your feet. And go the other way. Inhale, open your arms. Reach in both directions. And exhale, give yourself a hug. Do one more time, switching the arm that's on top. And exhale. So bring the soles of your feet together. This is Baddha, so bound, angle, Kona, bound angle. Kona means angle, pose, asana, Baddha, Konasana. So it's a binding pose. Bringing the feet together, taking the hands to the ankles, so everything's kind of bound up here. Open through the chest, roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Energetically, when you're thinking nadis in Indian philosophy, but meridians in Chinese philosophy that we talk about in my Tai Chi and Qigong classes, connecting everything is important. Resting the tip of the tongue right behind the upper 2 front teeth helps to connect all the meridians in the body as you inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Sit here and feel this. And then float forward any amount. It's early in our practice, so maybe you don't come forward much. Bound angle pose. And then inhale, rise up. Maybe in table. Make sure your strap is close by. I don't know if I'm going to stay in this orientation. I think I will, because I think you can see me. You may want the side camera for some of this. So once we're in table, let's just move. You know all the movements that you can do while you're in table. What do you need here? Now come up onto your fingertips and walk on your fingertips until you're standing on your knees. I'm going to start with the right leg. Step it forward. Now you're in a kneeling lunge. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Frame the foot with the hands. And pause here. Just feel this shape. Feel the breath in this shape. And then inhale, come back up. Arms overhead. Exhale. This time, we're going to turn the chest and come down. So the upper half of the body is really kind of in a twisty down dog. I'm reaching out with the arms, dropping my torso past my inner thigh here. And you can come down quite a ways. Feel this shape. Up and down this spine. Come back onto the hands. Frame the foot. Eyes back. Exhale the hands back down. I want you to take your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Take your left arm out. This is a kneeling side angle pose. I've got you kneeling so you don't have to worry so much about the strength of the legs right now. You can just kind of feel working into the spine. And then rise back up. Inhale, swing your arms up. Now exhale, arms down. Take the left hand behind you. So I'm going to internally rotate the arm, and my fingers are over here. I can help it out. So I'm going to take that half bind. We do this in Peaceful Warrior sometimes. So get a feel for this. Then turn your chest and see if you can come down. And use that half bind to twist the heart to the left. See how, if you look in the side mirror, my left fingers are kind of waving at you. See how far down on your hip. I want you to take your right hand and kind of bow down like a little down dog in the body. Reach underneath and see if you can take Ganesh Mudra, clasping the fingers together. Now try to lift the heart to the left. Revive. And release the mind, frame the foot. Let's take a child's pose real quick. Feel the difference, left and right. Feel the breath. Then press back to table. Come up on your knees. Step out again with the right foot. Get your strap if you have it. My straps are real long. You don't need much length. I'm going to fold this in half. I'm going to take my left hand and hang on to the strap. Internally rotate so the thumbs down. I'm going to find that half bind. Now the strap's kind of hanging down here by my right hip. I'm going to fold forward. And then reach under here for the strap. And yes, I should have done this with you first. So open the chest. Onto the ends of the strap. So maybe if clasping the fingers in Ganesh Mudra just wasn't accessible, the strap gives you a lot of flexibility. So use the strap to pull and open. You're going to open the left side of the chest. Draw that shoulder blade towards. Release the strap, unwind. Toss it out there. Now let's take the second side. Do some hip circles if that feels good. Walk onto the knees. Step the left foot forward. Inhale up. So we're in kneeling lunge. Exhale, just fold forward. Now just the left half of the ribs, left half of the belly is on the thigh. Feel the shape, feel the breath. Rise up, swing the arms up. Now we're going to turn and fold forward to the right. Coming along the inside of the left thigh. And feel this. Kind of sink into it. Kind of down dog with the arms and the torso. Give yourself a little time to ease down into a stretch. And then walk the hands around the foot, frame it, and rise up. Inhale up. Exhale the arms down. This time the right hand, thumb down, comes behind the back. Now, here's my hand. I'm waving my fingers out there. I can kind of help. Open a chest. So to get here, I internally rotated. And then once I get here, you can kind of open the chest a bit. When we come into the bind, we'll really open the chest. Swing your left arm up. And then we'll exhale, folding forward, taking the left hand to the inside of the left foot. Now we're going to turn the heart to the right and use that hand pressing into your hip to open the shoulder. Look down at the floor for stability and rise up. Get your strap. I'll do it in the right order this time. Take the strap in the right hand. We're going to hold it so thumbs down, an internal rotation. Take it behind the back. Now that strap hangs down here by your left hip. You swing the left arm up, forward, hand to the inside. Now you can kind of swing that arm out here like our down dog and then reach under. Find the other end. Grip the strap and then open the heart. Look down at the floor for stability. Release the strap with the left hand and twist the strap off to the front. Come back to a quick child's pose. You simply can do that without the strap. movement here. I keep forgetting I don't have the mic on me. I gotta keep talking in that direction. So I hope you can hear me okay. I can see the microphone bar move overhead, but this one's not great. I'm gonna come back to table. Walk up onto your knees. Step out with the right foot. Swing your arms out. Take your arms out in the shape of a T. Drop the right hand, keep the left one out, keep the thumb down, internally rotate. Bring the hand behind you. I'm waving at you again. Now swing your right arm up. We're going to fold over here. Bring the hand to the inside of the right foot. Fold forward, let the chest slide down. And you can swing the arm out here if you need to, and then reaching underneath. Take that bind. So Ganesh Mudra. And my heart's facing the earth, and I want to take a twist. So hang on as you lift the heart, lift that top shoulder to the left. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. And keeping that alignment, you can play with your gaze down to the left. Now look down for stability. Release the bind. And exhale, hands to heart. Come back to table. Up the toes, down dog. Pedal your down dog a bit here. First time we've been here today. Wag your tail. Do some little side bendy, twisty stuff in the torso. And then walk the feet hip distance apart, bend your knees a lot. Reach to the fingers, push the belly to the thighs. Breathe. Check in on your hands now. Are you pressing into the base of the index finger and base of the thumb? It's easy to rotate to the outer edge. Don't do that. Press to the inner edge of the hand. Grip the mat with the tips of the fingers. Breathe. More breaths here. I am here. Now we're going to walk to the top of the mat, but we're going to step the feet to the outside of the hands. Coming up in that high squat. So find your squat. And then lighten the load on the forearms. In fact, float those arms out. Internally rotate both the arms and bring both hands to the low back. I've got my elbows here. As you inhale, lift the sit bones, drop the head. And as you exhale, drop the sit bones and lift the head. So stretching out through the hips, back and forth. Now release the hands, let them drop, let them swing and drop like elephant trunks. Pull the feet away from each other, swing the arms out and up. And exhale, the hands apart. So keeping your feet in this shape, grab your strap again. And we'll start once again with the strap. My straps are really long. I like them long, but the full. I'm going to take the strap in my left hand, thumb down. We'll find that half bind. Let's bend the knees and fold forward here. And see if we can reach under there and find the strap. And as you arrive, holding onto that strap, open the heart to the left, gaze to the left, and lift that left shoulder. Breathe. Now release and rise up. Let's switch hands. Now the strap's in the left hand. Look it behind you, find that bind, half bind. And then we're going to bend the knees, fold forward, let that strap hang, and then reach under there for it. Hang on to it and turn hard. Turn the gaze. And breathe. Unwind. Toss that strap to the front. Let's do a halfway lift. I've got my fingertips on the floor. You can have your fingertips on your shins. Lengthen through the spine. Bend your knees a bit and then swing the arms out. And exhale, the hands come to the heart. Let's try that without the strap. We're going to start with the left hand behind you. Help it out. Right hand up. Fold forward. Bend the knees a lot. We're going to take that right hand under the right thigh. Take Ganesh Mudra. So clasping the fingers. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's what you do. Or maybe you try to twist this a bit. Try to keep your weight in your heels. You should be able to lift the toes. Unwind. Drop both arms. Let's roll up with the knees bent. Nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Exhale your arms out. Exhale. Try the second side. Right arm out. Behind the back. Find your half bind. Left arm up. Bend the knees a lot as you fold forward. And take the hand underneath you and clasp fingers. You can still use that strap if you need to. Take your half bind. And now feel, since we're cinched up in this, you can kind of ease into it. You kind of take a breath or two and then maybe fine tune it. And then release both arms down to the floor, hands down to the floor, step back and plank. Palm to the belly. Let's come to Crocodile, stacking your hands, resting your forehead on the back of your hands. Let's point shoulder relations, not to twist today. Release the back. Let the shins come down. And here. Every exhale, I gotta remember to keep the mouth out for that microphone. Every exhale, a little more softening, a little more release. Let's take a little back bend here. So bring the tops of the feet to the mat, feet, legs, shoulder distance apart. Let's come into Sphinx. Elbows under armpits. So we're supported here in our back. Take those hands to the floor, forearms to the floor, pull them back. Let that bring your heart forward and up through the gate of your arms. Your head unfurls last. Breathe. Draw the navel back towards the spine. And then push the pubic bone down into the mat, drawing the low ribs towards the top part of the pelvis. Keep that back bend. And then push into the tops of the feet and all 10 toes. Feel how you just cinched up the low back. So this is a pretty deep back bend. And by adding all those little details, we can take away maybe some of the discomfort that could come with doing this without support. Now come back down. Hands by armpits, meet me in down dog. Step forward between the hands this time. Plant your feet under your hips as you arrive and lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Pull the feet away from each other. Swing your arms out and up. And exhale, the hands home to the heart. So we're going to come to this from our side angle pose. Boy, I should move that computer screen a little. Okay, so at the top of the mat, I want you to start with the right foot back. So we're going to step back in a warrior two. So externally rotating that foot. Make sure your strap is within reach. So a wide stance. This will make the spine easier. Now bend into the left knee. Come into Virabhadrasana 2. Let's enjoy it here for a moment. Reach in both directions. Now take that back knee, so your right hand. Let's find that half bind and come into peaceful. Back to warrior 2. And come into side angle. Change my mind. Let's come into that kind of half down dog we did when we were familiar. So I've got both hands on the inside of my left foot, but I'm at an angle. Coming out here kind of a down dog. Now take the strap in your right hand. Thumb down, we're going to toss it behind us, finding that half bind. Make sure the strap is anchored on the outside of the left thigh. Now reach under your left thigh with your left arm. Grab the strap. Everything in line and hold to the heart. To the top shoulder to your right. Let's take some strength in the legs. Look down at the floor for stability. Release that strap and rise back up in warrior 2. Take another peaceful warrior. This takes power in the legs for these binds. Come back to warrior 2. Let's take a Vinyasa Cartwheel, the hands around. Frame the foot, step back and plank. Find your way to your belly. Let's lift up into a high cobra. And back down. Downward facing dog. Step it forward. Arrive on an inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Now toss that strap to the left side. Rising all the way up. Exhale, the hands together. So stopping back with the left foot, warrior 2. And play here for a minute. Remember the full expression of warrior 2 is for the thigh, the right thigh. You parallel with the ground. That takes a nice wide sink. That helps when you try to come into the body. Inhale your arms out. Enjoy this right here. And on that front knee, make sure it's tracking down the center of your foot. Use a peaceful warrior with your half. And then warrior 2. Now let's do our down dog with the upper body. Reaching out here. And once you get here, you're supporting yourself a bit. If you need to broaden your stance, do that. Check on the back foot. Are you reaching to the pinky edge? I'm going to take the strap in my left hand. Find that half bind. My strap's a bunched up mess right now. And take the right hand underneath and find the strap. Now try to twist and lift. Breathe. Unwind. Frame the foot. Come to the belly and find crocodile. Takes a lot of strength in the legs for that one. Bend your knees. Release the back. And then float the shins down. And breathe. Now meet me in down dog. This time we'll come to our warrior 2 from this position. I want you to swing your right leg back and up, then step it forward, externally rotate the back, rise up in warrior 2. Take your peaceful. And maybe from peaceful, keep that arm there. We're going to fold into side angle and take our bind. Breathe. look down for stability, unwind, come back to down dog. And we'll lift the left leg back in. And step it forward, externally rotate the back foot. Let's see if we can come to it from here. So bring left hand along the inside of the left foot. Bring the right arm up. Now you're in side angle. And turn that thumb so you internally rotate the shoulder. Then take the hand behind you. Now reach the left arm back there and take your bind. Lift the heart. Neck long. Open that right shoulder. And breathe. Unwind, frame the foot. Down dog. Come to the knees. Let's take a good old child's pose. Sit back. And let the heart melt towards the mat. And support your head on your fists. Or if your forehead comes easily to the floor, do that. We're doing a lot with the shoulders, so child's pose can feel really nice if you thread those arms down alongside of the shin so the back of the hand is on the floor. And let the shoulders go. Breathe. And press up into table and swing your legs around and meet me in Dandasana, staff pose. Take the hands behind you, tap those legs out a little bit. Push down into the hands, lift your ribs up and away from the pelvis and then lightly float onto the sit bones. Let's bend the right knee. Now like you're gonna step up onto the foot, come up nice and high. And you can take a half bind here or a bind here by taking the right arm out and around. Take the left arm behind and take your half bind, or your bind. I don't know why I keep saying that. So you can use your strap here as well. And then unwinding. Let's open the knee like the page of a book and we'll come into Janu Shirshasana. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Now I'm going to turn towards that right knee. I'm going to shift a little bit. I'm going to shift the right hip back. And that left leg kind of comes forward. I'm going to take the left forearm to the left shin and go up and over. Stretch. Inhale, rise up. Come back to Dandasana. Tap out the legs. And now the left knee bends like you're going to stand on it. Take. And we'll be able to do this one easily. Take the left arm around. Reach behind with the right. And breathe. Unwind, open that knee, bring the sole of the foot to the inside, or tuck the foot. You don't always like to tuck the foot. Coming forward, Janu Shirshasana. Now back up. I'm going to turn a little bit towards this left knee, but let that hip come back, extending the right leg a little longer. Turn it, right arm to right. Inhale back up. Back to Dandasana. Sit nice and tall on the sit bones. Pachimottanasana. Lean forward. Now bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together. Like we started out. I like to shift my hips to my heels. Keeps your pelvis a little more in line. If you pull on the ankles, you tend to round the spine, and that's where you end up, in that rounded spine. Now take your ankles and feel yourself roll to the front edge of the sit bones. Maybe you stay here or maybe you fall forward. Holding at the hip creases. Breathe. And then this is when I like to just let go and let the head hang. Let the arms hang. You could support your knees in this one too with blocks. And you may be up much higher than, or down lower. And then inhale, rise up. Help those knees come together. Walk your feet wide, left and right edges of the mat. Lean back. Let's take a little windshield wiper side to side. And then lie down on your back. And just start with the feet on the mat, hip distance apart. Spine's neutral. Arms are a little bit away from the sides. Maybe tuck shoulders here. And just notice what you notice. Notice this. Another binding pose is eagle. Traditionally we do that in a standing position, but it's a nice twist when you're on the back. I want you to take the right foot and step a little more to the midline. So right on in line with the hip and from the middle of your body. Take the left knee and cross it over the right. You can stay here, or maybe you can grab and take a double bind. Got my left under my right shoe. Now bring your arms out in the shape of a T and just take a twist. And inhale back. Now lift, like I've got my knees lifted, and stay in this shape with your legs. On the left, hands on top, bring your arms up, and bring your right arm on top, and we'll take that same bind in the arms. So kind of a reclining eagle. Bring the arms up, unwind, open everything wide, and then come back. Soles of the feet on the floor. I'll take the second side, stepping the left foot more to the midline, cross the right knee over the left, and then lift the left shin, and maybe you can tuck that right foot in the shin. Or maybe not, that's okay. Keep your arms nice and wide, and we're going to drop the knees to the left, take the gaze to the right. Shoulder, especially that right shoulder, should be on the floor or really close. Don't let the arm hang out there like that. If your shoulder's lifted and the arm is just starting to back. And then come back to center. Keep the legs like this, now the right leg's on top. Let's bring the left arm on top and sit with your left arm. And bringing the backs of the hands together, starting to put yourself in front of the screen. Go to behind you. And unwind. Reach out long with the legs, long with the arms, and then drop it with your exhale. I want you to push down on your inhale. Push down into everything. Open the mouth and yawn. And then let it all go. Let's do that one more time. Try to take a big yawn. Press, contract, push, push. Maybe even squeeze the fingers, squeeze the toes, and then resist the urge to move. Settle into the shape. Welcome even discomfort for a moment. Welcome it. Maybe just acknowledging a little twinge of something here, a little attention that we pay to it. Enough releases on that. Rest here for a moment of stillness. As you start to move the body, deepen your breath. Wiggle fingers and toes. Make the movements bigger, nice big morning stretch. And let's rock up the spine to a seated position. Unless you want to turn to your side, that's fine too. Find your way to an upright seat, back where we started. So some binding, huh? It can be hard work. It can be very interesting though. So I hope that as we were learning different ways to bind, it was a way to keep you focused, keep you here, keep you present. Another lesson in mindfulness. And all that practice helps us be mindful in our daily activities that can become kind of mundane and the mind wanders. Bring it back. Everything can be interesting. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart. May you have peaceful thoughts, peaceful words, a peaceful heart, and a peaceful world. Namaste. See you Monday. Find my glasses, wherever I even go.